Welcome back, everyone. This is rwheatley0206, and today's video is going to be my entry video for METAROG'S birthday and 1 year of subscribers appreciation contest. Basically, his rules are you have to be at least 16, but if you're under 18 and you win, then you have to have your parents give permission for him to send the items that he's sending out to you. Other than that, you have to be subscribed, of course. And basically, he's asking for 5 main things. He wants to know your dream team. So he wants to know your favorite cover artist and your favorite writer, and your favorite artist as far as penciler or for the inside of the book. And he also wants to know about a storyline and a main character. He wants to know a main character and the storyline behind that main character. So to get started, of course, my favorite cover artist is Neal Adams, and my main reason for liking Neal Adams so well is because he revolutionized comic art back in the late 60s. You know, his detailing on the bodies. If you ever see a comic book where the hand is reaching out and you get a real close-up of the hand, you can see the knuckles and everything. And I mean, just his body detail, and of course facial expressions. You know, he revolutionized facial expressions for comic books, so you see a lot of their emotion and so on. And then also the appearance of the movements, you know, when there's a fight scene, and you know how Batman, for instance, when he's throwing a punch, and how his cape, you know, swings around, and different things like that. So that's the reasons I really like Neal Adams. He's my favorite artist of all time. Writer for my dream team would have to be Denny O'Neil. I love the older Batman books that he worked, and he actually worked with Neal Adams on a lot of those for his storyline. And but Denny O'Neil took Batman back to his darker roots, because prior to Denny O'Neil's stories, you know, it was mid to late 60s, and there was a lot of camp and so on in the comic books, just like in the TV series. And Denny O'Neil brought him back to his darker roots and brought out the complexity of the character, along with creating some great new characters like Ra's al Ghul. And his stories just kept you wanting to read further. You know, they really kept you engulfed in the story. Let's see, interior artist. I'd say probably my favorite interior artist would have to be Jim Aparo. I love his artwork. It was very reminiscent of Neal Adams, and you know, and it shows lots of action. I mean, his art, sometimes it's kind of hard to tell between him and Neal Adams on certain things, because they look very similar in a lot of ways. You can usually discern it, but just his style is very similar to Neal Adams, at least I think it is. And I really like the artwork that he has put into, well, I've got a book here, Detective Comics number 628, and Jim Aparo did the artwork in this comic book. And it's beautiful artwork. Let me pull up a picture here. Now the book you're looking at currently, that is a Neal Adams cover, and it's one of the newer ones. It's a rebirth cover, and I thought I'd show something a little newer this time, because usually when I show Neal Adams stuff, it's usually older books, but I wanted to show something a little newer. But here is some of the artwork from Detective Comics 628. And this is Jim Aparo artwork. Very nicely done. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, here's another one. Get that to focus a little better. Yeah, there we go. But I really love Jim Aparo's artwork. Okay. So that, and of course, the character that I would want for this story, I want it to be about Batman, of course. And the plot for his story, I would like to see a story where Batman actually crosses the line and kills the villain, and then see how the writers have him deal with that to get past it so he can continue on being Batman. In a lot of stories in the past, there have been a few stories where, you know, they try to get Batman to cross the line. Well, just like in the animated movie The Red Hood, you know, Jason Todd tries to get Batman to kill the Joker, and he won't do it. So, you know, because he says, if I ever cross that line, I may not be able to pull back. So I'd like to see a story where Batman actually does cross the line and then finds a way to pull back away from that to be what he was before. Okay, so those are the things that I'm putting in for METAROG'S contest. One more thing I'd like to do, I'd like to just shout out some channels. I haven't shouted out any channels here lately much. I would like to shout out The Boy Who Had 7. He's got a great channel, and I'm really enjoying his videos and stuff. One-Legged Books, Comics with Bueller. His channel, he does all kinds of really interesting things. You'll really enjoy it, so check him out as well. One-Legged Books, he's got a great channel too. He's a little newer to the community, but he has great content, and it's really good stuff. Charlton 66, that's another great channel, and he shows some very interesting comics and things. Comic Crypt of Castle Hill. Now, this guy is really into horror books, and he's just a nut sometimes when he's presenting his stuff. He's got a great channel. The Go-To Geeks, a couple of guys that like to show off, you know, their comic books and stuff, and they're just a hoot. They're a lot of fun to watch. And also C. Woodard 19. He's got a great channel. He shows some really interesting things, and all these guys are just awesome. I just love watching their stuff, and they bring so much to the community, and I really think you'll enjoy watching their content. So go over and see those guys and sub them up and give them a like, and you know, bring these guys up in their subscriptions and so on. And METAROG, you've got a great channel. You know, you have so much information. I've learned so much from you, and you have great content in your videos, and you just really you show a lot of things that I've not seen before or I didn't know about, and I just really enjoy all your content. You're a great guy. All these guys are great guys, and these the shout outs that I gave. So, you know, check them out. Check METAROG out. I forget now when. I think his contest ends September 13th, but I'm not sure about that. Go to his channel and check him out, and get all the information there. He's got a couple videos up about his contest. He's got well, his original contest video, but then he's also got like updates for his contest. So go check him out. And METAROG, thanks for the contest. You got a great channel, buddy, and this is just really really awesome, the stuff. I mean, it made me think, because you know, I end up reading so many comic books that sometimes you kind of lose track of what things really draw you, you know, like as far as artists and writers and so on, and especially right now, because it seems like it seems like there's so many crappy stories out there. So some of the current writers, you know, everybody talks about how great they are, and then they come out with something that just makes you think, where did they ever get that from? But anyway, thanks for the contest. Thank you everyone for watching. I just passed 300 subscribers a week or so ago, and I'm really happy about that. Thank you everybody for subscribing to my channel. Thanks for stopping by and watching. If you like what you see, you know, and you're not subbed, give me a sub, give me a thumbs up, and I think that's all I got for right now. I'm going to do a haul video here probably a little while after I do this video, because I've got a bunch of books. I haven't done a haul video for a couple weeks, and I've got a bunch of books in, and I've been working on my room. I've got the shelving done in the closet. I'm starting to fill the closet up now, so I've got a lot of pictures hung on the walls. I think I showed you a few of those. I've still got plenty of work to do, but it's coming along. I've still got way too many boxes in this room, so I'm probably going to start selling some stuff because I just have way too much stuff. But once I get the big shelves filled in the closet, then we'll see where I'm at, and we'll go from there. So everybody have a great weekend. I don't know what it's doing where you're at, but it was raining here this morning pretty hard. It's pretty nice out now, but have a great weekend. Read some comic books and be blessed. Take care everybody. Talk to you next video. Bye bye.